Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode from the Paperhats Survival Multiplayer server. My name is Glitch. Well, today we are celebrating the holidays, and the Paperhats and I have been busy at work taking a Mooshroom Island and turning it into our Christmas village. Now, before we jump into today's shenanigans, I do have to mention that today's episode is going to be, well, a little out of order. Because we came out here to turn the island into a Christmas area, and well, we started building, and one thing led to another, and it just kept growing and growing. And well, most of the clips that are kind of in between were filmed after the fact. But that being said, let's go ahead and jump into today's fun. So, to start things off, let me give you a quick tour around the island, and then we'll kind of dive into the fun. Now, like I said, when we wanted to come up with a place to enjoy the holidays, we kind of batted around a few ideas. Everything from taking over a mountain to finding a snowy biome. And what we settled on was to come here to a Mooshroom Island, partially because one of the unique features of this biome is the fact that, well, I mean, to be frank, aside from the peppermint cows and their chocolate variants, mobs do not spawn here, so it was kind of nice to be able to just relax, build, and not have to worry about mobs aside from the odd phantom attack if we forgot to sleep. And this island is actually surrounded on all sides by a frozen ocean, so it kind of lent to that. So to go to that end, we basically set up a snow golem farm for infinite snow and basically spent a couple of days or about a week covering this entire island in snow. Now, here in the central plaza, we do have the main thing of our Christmas tree. And this is one of the designs that I've used in the past, and it was just really great to bring it into this world. TAC went ahead and built a community center, which was a good place to kind of have a central place to just either leave materials or have just a bed so that we can basically leave community materials and just do this as a community build. And I gotta say, I love the interior decor of the building. And then as you come out, we have over here the portal, which is basically encased in an igloo. And over yonder, we do have a gingerbread village that we all took part in. We'll get to that in a bit. And then we had some serious fun. We worked together to build. See if I can do this without crashing. Aha! We basically built a ice boat track all the way around the island. And we did a community day where we got together and we did the boat races, and each of us decided to volunteer to take a section and to work on it. Dan did the candy canes here at the start, but let's go ahead and I do want to show you my section. I wound up volunteering to do partially the running section. Let's go over here. So once we get over here, you go through this section. And I put carpets on the inside so that you would come down your boat. And actually, there's a boat right here. So let's go ahead and grab it. Once you've gone through the actual ice boat part, you go ahead and you come down here. These things do not control well. Then hop out. Then you run up here. And then I decided what was more wintry than a polar bear swim, complete with polar bear. And once you dive in, I put a conduit down under this, but then you have to swim through the area here. And I'm glad I've got the conduit power. Somebody closed the gates. Then you come into the whiteout tunnel. Now, because this is powdered snow, I went ahead and put some leather armor in here if anybody wanted to avoid that, because you then had to run through, and I tried to make sure that this was never long enough to actually hurt anybody, but that it would also give you that challenge of being slowed down. Then you came to here where you have to go straight ahead, cut through, brr, and you come into the ice cave. And I gotta say, I had a ton of fun building this. The ravine already existed, but I had a ton of fun just working on customizing this to make it just filled with ice, do the icicles, worked for a while to come up with a nice ice flow, and just a lot of fun to do that. And then you come down here to the ribbons or the vines, come up through. Then a little bit of an uneven snowfield that you got to jump through. If anybody forgot a boat, I made sure to leave a couple here. Put it down, and you're on your way to the next section. And yeah. And that, by the way, is about what the race looked like from my perspective, at least. So, we did a community day with the Paperhats to basically test out our racetrack and have some fun. So, let me share a couple of highlights with you.
Okay, well, we'll just do a countdown. 3,
All right.
2, 1, go!
It's an accident. No way.
Oh my god,
no.
I cannot stay off the
I started
carpet.
going the wrong direction.
Me neither.
I'm stuck in Spud's boat.
That first section is going to be total motion sickness.
Oh my god, stop. I'm stuck. Okay, there we go.
Where do I go? Do I get another boat? What do I do? Two weeks of
There it
work
goes.
just for all that chaos. I think that's worth it.
I think it's perfect.
Yeah.
Go, Spud, go!
Hey!
It's definitely harder to finish.
Okay.
Boating through the walking.
That's an odd choice, but okay.
There's speed and efficiency.
Obviously, yes.
Now, while the races were a ton of fun, and I think I did relatively okay, despite coming in dead last every time. But I think I did okay, driving and also not getting sick. But But that was one of the things we did for our community day. Another thing that we did was some people built basically a snowball fight course. And while I wasn't able to join in on that particular day, think of it like paintball paintball with but with snow involved, and apparently some fireworks got involved too. Oh, actually, ooh, yeah. Okay, so where's my Andrew? I don't have anybody here to demonstrate this, but it's always fun to blow stuff up. So hang on a second. I'll be right back. Okay, I gotta admit, I have to give props to Spud for coming up with the idea of this because at least here in Java Edition, snow, when thrown player to player, does no damage whatsoever. So it kind of takes all the fun out of a snowball fight. However, Spud came up with the idea that, well, there are other white things that you can send back and forth that do. So to that end, he made some fireworks and had to run and find an ender chest so I could grab my crossbow. And basically, what we could do is we could. And if anybody was there, yeah, it's not going to feel good. In fact, here. Oh, cow. Oops. So, moving on. So anyways, we could basically just use these, and to be honest, if you got too close to them yourself, yeah, that's gonna hurt. But I'm sure it was a lot of fun, and I'm definitely hoping to get out here and join some of the other paper hats to have a little more explosive good times. And it appears that yeah, wow. It appears it was quite the adventure. But that being said, another thing, actually, let's pop into my inventory, get the correct ones out, so I don't blow myself up again. Another thing that someone did was they came up with an ice rink so that we can, just have some fun and go skating and things like that. And also, we built in some pathing around the islands just help us get through. And this was a lot of bone blocks and things like the mob robber, and I'm sure other people's mob farms came in handy. That being said, as night's coming on, there's one more place we do need to check out, but I think I'm going to quick grab some sleep and then we will move on. So I'll be right back. And here we are, fresh in the morning. And the last thing I wanted to share is we decided to make a gingerbread village. So let's go ahead and check out what everyone came up with. Now, first off, we have Mr. Gold's house, and I have to say I absolutely love what he did with the exterior. I haven't used him a ton in this current version, but I really love how the mud bricks come together to kind of give you that variation on texture that just, I don't know, it makes it look almost a little bit more gingerbready. And I also love that he has Frosty the Snowman in the front. It just looks like a very festive home for to add to our village. As far as I know, though, it doesn't have an interior; it is a facade. So, but it looks amazing on the outside. Now, moving down the street, we have Tack's house. Now, Tack decided to go with, of course, the amethyst. But Tack also decided to go ahead and to just add in more than just the on the outside. She went with kind of mirroring things, and also I absolutely love what she did here with the present and with the wreath. But if you go on inside, she added in a bit of an interior, so you've got a nice kitchen, complete with food, and then you can go upstairs, and there's a couple of bedrooms, and it just looks like a very inviting little home here in the village. Now, moving across the street, we have Dan's entry into the gingerbread house. And I gotta say, I'm seriously impressed with his ability to create a giant reindeer that is it me, or is that thing watching us? Anyways, but here, we'll take a quick flight up there. And landing! Ah! Okay. Try that again. And... Okay. Tell you what, the commute has got to be killer. But I mean, he just made a nice little interior, nice little hearth. I like the kitchen. That's cool. And then, oh. Well, check it out. A little attic space. That's pretty cool. All right, let's go ahead and we'll hop out here and dive down to Superboys. So Super went with, looks like a very industrial theme. Looks almost like this is Santa's workshop. Come on up through here and, you know, I see tech in there, but I don't know what's going on. But just come up through here and, yeah, just a simple bedroom. Very, very nice. I like it. I like it a lot. And then next to that, we have Dr. Yankovic's. And I gotta say, I built the redstone tree, but that's a serious amount of diamonds. And the angel is pretty cool too. But taking a look inside, I have to say I love what he did with the terracotta. I can never get terracotta to look good. And it looks like, looks like inside is just some snow. Let's go ahead and make sure I closed that door. Nope. Close doors when you leave. And then over here we have Kelsey's house. And I have to say, this is one of my favorites. It just looks very cozy on the outside. And the interior is just very, very, I don't know, it just seems very cozy and inviting and just makes me think of the tiny houses that you see in, like, on social media and things like that. A little bit of closet space and things like that. I always liked small and cozy. Now, last, and yes, I feel least, is, well, my work in progress. You see, Huh? What is this? I didn't leave a lectern there. What is the... Okay, first off, I just want to say, this is a work in progress. What? Dear Mr. Glitch, we are writing today to protest the state of your gingerbread dwelling. While we appreciate you and the other Paperhats coating our island in snow, building a race course, adding festive decorations, and building this lovely neighborhood, we will not stand for your half-baked building efforts. Your gingerbread house is an egregious eyesore and not in keeping with the new festive nature of our island. Please note the following improvements we demand to see. Windows, candy decorations, interior decor, a proper porch, lawn ornaments, and finally an actual door. Failure to comply with these standards will likely result in immediate eviction and banishment from the Christmas Island? If needed, we will help you move. We will be observing. Thank you for your time and action in keeping our community looking good. Sincerely, the PCHMA Peppermint Cow Homeowners Association. Yeah, I think I'm in trouble. Well, it seems like I've got a lot of work to do, or I may lose my place here in the island. Yeah, so, let me get to work and, I'll be right back. Welcome back, and I hope you enjoyed the time lapse. And I truly hope that the local residents are a little more satisfied with my renewed efforts at building. In fact, I can actually see them waiting in the wings. I have a feeling they're waiting for me to leave so they can start inspecting. But before the peppermint cows come in to start checking things out, let me give you a quick tour. So, following the guidelines that I was given, I decided to do a little bit of editing to the roof. I thought the white wool was a little bit on the bland side, so I went and added some spruce in there to kind of give it that frosted look. In addition to that, I also went to the end, got a whole bunch of ender pearls to add in and as candy, as well as some redstone dust. Which, though, yeah, I'd really rather use that in contraptions. It's for the greater good. And I also wanted to add in some colorful windows. Um, I was a little hesitant to do that because right now, between the last clip and this, the server updated to 1.19.3, and one of the mods that I used to give me the connected glass textures isn't updated just yet. And I honestly don't really like the kind of lines you get around glass when you don't have connected textures. But when you're doing it with stained glass, it actually doesn't look half bad. But that being said, so we've covered a lot of the outside. I made sure to have the candy decorations, the windows. We have some lawn ornaments, a couple of lollipops in there, a pseudo mailbox. And also, I went ahead and there is a proper porch in both light and dark chocolate. And also, because it was very, very important, we have an actual door. Now, the interior, I did still keep it simple. I've always preferred cozy and simple. But so I kept a nice little kitchen area with some storage and, some cooking. I figured a nice hearth area would be good, though, too, just to add in a little bit more, just some seating and the fireplace. But also, I wanted a living area, so I figured I would go ahead and do a bit of a loft up here on the second floor so that you could have a little bedroom. And while I may in time add a little more decor to the gingerbread house, I think this will be go a long way to keeping the peppermint cows happy and not getting me banished from the island. But that being said, in real life, the holidays are upon us, and this episode is scheduled to come out on the day after Christmas. So I think for now, I'm going to bid you adieu in this year and wish you all a Merry Christmas and a happy and prosperous New Year. And also, if you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like. And also consider subscribing if you want to see more content like this. My name is Glitch, and I do hope I'll see you next time for the next adventure on the Paperhats Survival Multiplayer server. Thanks for watching.